What's up, YouTube? This is CRX, dude. I am back here in front of my house. Once again, it is September 4th, 2021. I'm working on my white CRX, so not a lot of people know this, and it's a good thing, but this car just sits here unlocked because I don't have the keys to the door, just the keys to the ignition. Apparently, they're different. So I had to figure out a solution. The solution I came up with is this replacement part here. It's REP A507202 door lock set. So should be able to put that part number online and be able to find this key set here. So it comes with the lock, tumbler, and 2 sets of keys, and the other side. So I want to be able to have this car functional. Hopefully one day they drive it or something. We'll see. Still got to get the paperwork figured out on it. So yeah, I already started removing the interior. I think I have the first half of the video somewhere else, but can't find it on my phone, so I'm gonna start over. So I think I have another video where I remove the door panels, but the door panels are pretty simple. Just a bunch of screws, and then on the lip of the back here, you have to remove a plastic screw on that, and then you should be good to go. Once you get to this part, you're gonna remove 2 10mm bolts. One's gonna be here, the other one's gonna be over here. And so you just remove those 2, and then next thing we're gonna do is loosen up these 4 screws here, screw type bolts, and drop that. So what I want to do is try to get this lock mechanism out. I have replacements. This one somebody was screwing with it apparently, and oh, just FYI, I pre-loosen these. A lot of times you might have to use a what is that tool called? A punch screw. Yeah, whatever. The punch screw to get those through, but you don't want to push so hard on these that you damage them. Let me show you this side over here. Looks like there was some damage that was occurring. You can see it splitting here, and then up here there's a little bit of a split. So let's look at that split there. You don't want to lose that material there, and then you won't have it to mount the latch. And yeah, don't close that, else you're gonna have more trouble. So with this door handle, what you're gonna do is just try to slide this up here, and then being very careful not to rub your paint. You're just gonna slide it off. Slide off the handle. So quick few turns, and it's easier to do it with 2 hands. Oh, here's my tripod here. Let's set this bad boy up. And so I'm just gonna try to pull up and release that a little bit, and screw the door handle off. One of the things I would recommend is using a Sharpie and marking the threads, because then you'll know how far to put the handle, to thread the handle back on. And that's going to be important for You know, the way it feels. Shit. Otherwise you'll have to pull too far or pull too little in order to release the unlocking, unlatching mechanism. Don't drop your handle like that, of course. You don't break anything, you don't want to replace any expensive parts. So you can see here, we are missing the plastic part, and in the door mechanism, it's missing that portion as well. So in here, it's super hard to see. You're gonna have to remove these rods from the latching mechanism, and then you should be able to try to work it out of there. So give me a second here. Okay, so I disconnected these rods here from, you can see this little clip here, back over there. You have to flip the clip up, and then you can slide the rod out. Next thing you're gonna do is remove the this clip here. Let's see. Remove this guy. Just push up on that. Alright, so I'm just gonna remove that real quick, and then we'll disconnect the cable there. Alright, so this one, what you're going to do is push this clip on this side up and out, and then you can slide this part out, and then on the back of here, you just pull that up, and then you can slide it off of this bracket. And you can just pull it through the door, back to the door here. And then next thing you're gonna do is pop off this retaining clip right there, and then you should be able to wiggle the latch out of the door. Okay, so that took a hot minute to get this out. As you can see here, it is marked right side, so make sure you replace it with the right side door latch. One of the things I did was, let's see where the clip was connected, this clip here, where that was connected, I bent it up and tucked it in, and then I was able to slide the whole latch mechanism out of the door. And so, compare and contrast to the ones that I have here. Mine was missing. Let's see, this is the left side, that's the right side. Mine was missing the locking part, so on the back side there, I don't know, it looks like whoever took it off before just broke the locking mechanism, the plastic part on the back. So just be very careful. With these, what I normally do is remove them with the rods attached. The locking mechanism, you can remove the rod on there. It's not too difficult, but you can remove the rod is removable. You can get that out, and yeah, it looks like you can remove this the latch mechanism as well, but it'll be pretty difficult to install once you have that inside the door. So I just leave this completely attached like this, and then you can see it's labeled R for right side, and the left side has an L on it. So that's that. We'll get this guy back in the door, and then work on our switching out the lock tumbler assembly. So this is the best view I can get for now. When I go back in, you're just going to try to slide it down into the door, and then the rods will kind of swing around the side, hopefully. So, let's see, let's start over. Slide that in there. Trying to get jammed up on everything. Slide that down. And then try to tuck the rods over. One of the easiest ways to get these in there is to remove this. There's an alignment rod for the window. You can remove that, and then hold on a second. So some dude just pulled up to my house right now, and he was offering me a B16 for like 1800 B16 swap. We'll see. Hopefully I can figure something out and grab that for one of my shells. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that kind of happens to me often. For whatever reason, people see that I have Hondas or see that I'm working on cars, so they think I'm a mechanic, but I gotta tell them that I'm a nurse. But yeah, either way, back to the door latch handle here. I'm struggling to maneuver it around this bracket here that guides the windows. So I'm going to loosen it up here on the bottom. It's just a 10 millimeter bolt, and you should be able to swing the bracket out a little bit, depending. So maybe not. With the window installed, you can move it a little bit, but it's getting all snagged up in here. So whenever you are working on this, you just have to try to guide the brackets around, and so they are by the door, and there we go. I think that was enough slack released on it to finagle my way. But then look at, make sure you remove the bolts from there first. So learn from my mistakes. Okay, so next we'll be removing the tumbler here. I was just looking at these ones, and there's an R on that one and an L on this one. So they are, don't put them on the wrong side. Otherwise, the way that it won't work, or it's gonna be really funky when however you unlock the car. So first thing you do is remove the retaining ring here. So slide that up, and then push this guy out. So look at how it's set up. So there's writing on the bottom there, and on the top part there's like the tumbler part. You can see into the keys. So I'm just gonna insert this one the same way, and then you can see. So you can see that there, and then on the bottom will be the writing. So install, and then slide the retaining clip back on. Boom, that guy's there. So this is how it's oriented on the car, and then you have the plastic clip facing toward the back. So now we can go ahead and work on getting this back in the car and reinstalled. All right, so we got the rod back out, and then I can see a little bit of a color differentiation here. So I'm going to thread the handle back down to that point, and hopefully I don't have any issues when I try to open and close the door. threads back on there. It may be easier to have open the window. So we are going clockwise. Keep it on the threads. So one of the things, like I said, mark your threads with a Sharpie, or just eye how much threads are left on the top, and that'll be how far you want to thread this down to. Otherwise, you'll have issues. You'll have issues when you go back and then you're trying to open and close your door. You don't want to have issues with that. So got that. We'll come back this way. Check this out here. You remember that you don't want to insert the screw thread bolts, screw type thread bolts. You don't want to lock those in. You want to be able to check out your locking mechanism. So you're going to have to slip your locking mechanism in there, and then make sure that your the latch, the head door handle, is attached. So gonna work on that, and give me a second and we'll be right back. All right, so I just installed the bolts for the door handle, the 210s. The latch rods in, and then what you're gonna do is install the lock. All you do is just slide it right into place, make sure the angle is good, and slide that right into there, and then you can install the bolts for the back of the door here. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get our window guide bracket. We're gonna install the bottom bolt there. Make sure our window doesn't get misaligned when we roll it down. So just tension that nice tight. And then you can see our door lock. The rod is connected there. And then we'll get to the bolts here on the back. All right, so when you're reinstalling the bolts, make sure that all of them are nice and pretty and not stripped out, shiny looking. You can find these bolts off of just about any EF. All the EFs are exactly the same, actually. And so, install these bad boys. Nice and snug. Make sure everything is aligned. You'll reconnect. Remember, we pulled out we pushed in the latch, so, or the bracket, so we'll have to pull that bracket back out. Push it back out a little bit there. Let's see. All right, so this bracket right down here. Push that bracket out a little bit, and then connect the clip. Put it visual. There we go. Push the clip back in. Man, put the clip in there and then guide it to the door. Open the door here and then clip that in place. Put that back in. And that clip there. Alright. So, and you can put your rods. You gotta connect your rods back up. Make sure the rods go to the right spot. Connect these rods up and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so I messed up and I didn't put the rods back on first. So put the rods on and in their places and put the connecting clips back on. And then the last thing you want to do is finally install the bolts back here and secure that into place. All right, now we can double check our work. Unlock that. And lock it. There we go. That's it. Now I don't have to worry about somebody pulling up and trying to get into my car. I mean, obviously these old cars, they're easier to break into. Looks like I might have to try to adjust this because that's not sitting pretty. But yeah, the lock is working. It's a small piece of mine. We got the latch all connected. Looks like there's something. I just have to loosen that up and then get that back into place, make it look nice. All right, so again, here's the part number there. REPA 507202. I think I got this off of A1 Auto or eBay. So if you want to look for one, just hit up those websites and you should be able to find them. These tumblers, I bought a few of them just to keep on hand because they were really cheap. It's like less than 15 bucks. So it might behoove you to keep a set on hand. Don't buy all of them because I'm probably going to buy a few more. But yeah, if this video helped you in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe to the homies, Young Static, EF Buddies, CRX Seth, Leo, another EFM blog, Lazy Man Garage, Nate from another EFM blog, and Leo's channel, and then yeah, keep the EFs on the road. Peace.